Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be painting with watercolors in my miniature handmade sketchbook, and I use Gansai tambi watercolor for this painting because I love the vibrancy and dynamics of it. And I use my handmade watercolor sketchbook that I made from scratch. And let's get started. So I hope that you are enjoying this weather that is autumn and beginning of fall season, and this is the season of new things, new beginnings and endings of some sort, and I want to denote it and make a painting that I am very much inspired to paint. So firstly, I make very light layers of wet watercolor with different paints such as purple for the background and some oranges for the fall leaves and some fall trees that are yellow. And I am thinking that this weather is just doing me so good, and it is the perfect weather to paint and relax and just look outside the window because it's really nice outside. You can see all the birds chirping and the light breeze is so nice. I use a really small tiny watercolor brush and it's number 2. I go on with adding some more layers of colors because with watercolors you develop the painting by adding layers by layers, and when it dries the saturation is diminished, so it gets lighter when it's dry. So we have to add layers to build up the volume and textures. So I am completely in awe with the nature, especially these kind of leaves. They are just so dynamic, and it evokes this feeling of warmth, and everything feels so nice, and just warmth inside your heart that it just I can't really explain the feeling when I see orange or yellow leaf, and if it's the forest that has different colored leaves like this, then I just get so mad over it. I want to stay there for a really long time. I mean, I want you to tell a story. I was riding a bike when I came from office to home, and I saw these trees on both sides of the road, and I just stopped there. I sat down on the side of the road and I watched and I soaked up in all of that beauty, and I captured it all in my head so I can revisit. And that is what I do when I think that something is beautiful. I just stare at it for a really long time. So that's it. I'm adding so much details, and I want to drag all the attention towards the right side where the river starts to get smaller. So I paint the twigs bending downwards just to add a little interest inside the painting. And that's it, adding layers by layers and putting the composition to a very minimum palette of warm tone such as orange and yellow, and some of the blues such as purple and blue, and some grey for the trees. These kinds of small exercises are very manageable, and it's quite easy to do, and it takes less amount of time than any other watercolor pieces. And it's also very satisfying because it looks so cute. Honestly, I just cannot get over with how well it turned out. And I am going to fill these pages with other pieces as well, and mostly of landscapes. So I made the sketchbook, and it's not as hard to make, and if you want me to show how to make something like this, then drop down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.